Good Sunday morning, everyone. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Time for some last minute game notes. And this week we'll actually be getting this video in a few hours before kickoff instead of literally right as kickoff is happening so that it's actually useful to somebody watching it, hopefully. Yeah, that was my bad last week, but that's in the past now. We're on to bigger and better things. And we do have a handful of interesting notes going into the game that kicks off in about 4.5 hours. So, as of right now, we don't know anything for sure. But indicators are looking like we are going to get Colt McCoy. Adam Schefter tweeted this last night. The Cardinals are not expected to make any final decisions until pregame warmups, but signs heading into Sunday's game in Seattle point to Colt McCoy starting his third straight game for Arizona in place of the injured Kyler Murray, per sources. And that's from Schefter. That's not from NFL rumors, or that's not from some random non-blue check mark. That's Adam Schefter. So probably some good credibility there. And we also have this from Ian Rappaport, which was actually early this morning. Kyler Murray still dealing with that high ankle injury, will end up resting until the bye, source said. He wants to play, and there is a chance, but similar to the last few weeks, there's a much better chance that Colt McCoy plays than Murray. So that's the big one, obviously. Of all the things that we're waiting on pins and needles for, this is the big one. Do we get Kyler? Do we get Colt? If we get Kyler, I think it's an uphill battle to win. If we get Colt, it becomes a lot more realistic. So if you are still holding on to hope this season with the Seahawks, which I am too, I mean, may as well, right? As long as we're here, as long as we're going to watch these games, may as well continue holding on to hope. This is definitely a push in the right direction. And assuming it holds, because this is no guarantee, Kyler could still play. We could see a scenario where Kyler tries to play and then very quickly gets pulled when it becomes clear that he can't go. So if this is the case, if we get Colt McCoy, then I don't want to hear any excuses from this team. I don't. Wilson's playing with a bad finger. Well, their quarterback isn't playing, period. We might not have Jamal Adams or DJ Reed, which we'll get to in a second here. They don't got DeAndre Hopkins. So this is an opportunity to beat a good team, and it's an opportunity that is afforded to us largely in part to the fact that they are missing some of their best players. So once again, Kyler Murray looks like he will be out for the game later today. Now, Budda Baker, on the other hand, is supposedly going to play today. Cliff Kingsbury said Friday that Budda Baker will play. This is notable because Budda Baker did not practice on Thursday or Friday. And usually when players don't practice for those 2 days, there's a very good chance they miss the game. But it looks like Budda Baker will play. Now, I don't know if he's going to be 100%. I mean, by definition, it would be really hard for him to be. So maybe there's something we can get done in that area that we normally couldn't have. We know how good Budda Baker is, and we know that his game, like almost all defensive players, is based on his physical attributes. And if he's not, and if he doesn't have those physical attributes pumping at 100%, then it is possible, it is within the realm of possibility that he will be out there not able to do the things that he usually does. And with things, the way things are going for this team right now, we have to take advantage of every possible opportunity to make a play that we have. So Budda Baker will play. How effective will he be? How much will he play? That stuff remains to be seen, but that's the other significant injury that was kind of up in the air about this game for the Cardinals. Now, as for the Seahawks side of things, we don't have any official word that I've heard yet. However, we do have this. Yesterday afternoon, the Seahawks elevated Gavin Heslop from the practice squad. I know that this is a small-time Twitter account, but this report was affirmed by multiple other sources. The Seahawks elevated Gavin Heslop from the practice squad to their active roster for this game against the Cardinals. Now, we don't know, And this could just be a precautionary thing. This could just be us making sure that we're able to cover all our bases. But this tells me that there's a real good chance that at least one of DJ Reed or Jamal Adams will not be able to play in this game. This tells me that one of those two guys is probably going to be out. If they're both able to play, then maybe they're going to be limited to the point where we want to make sure we have backups to the backups, which is why Heslop got called up. Now, I don't know who is more likely to miss the game. I don't know who's more injured between DJ Reed and Jamal Adams. I don't even know when they got injured, to be perfectly honest. They both seemed fine after that Green Bay game to me. But it seems to me very likely that at best, one of those two guys will be severely limited for this game. And I think it's more than likely that at least one of them misses it. So if Jamal's out, then you might see Ryan Neal move to safety, and then you have either Sidney Jones or Gavin Heslop to kind of fill in as a dime corner. And if you don't have DJ Reed, then you probably have to put Sidney Jones over there, which that's not going to be fun. And then you've got Gavin Heslop kind of providing backup for Sidney Jones, because Sidney Jones has had his own injury problems so far this year. So we're going to have to move some things around if the worst happens tomorrow before kickoff when we get word on Jamal and DJ. But this is definitely unfortunate because our secondary was a strength of the team for the last few games. I will say that I kind of like Gavin Heslop. I think that he's impressed me the little bit that we've seen him, but I would certainly rather have our guys out there. So that's about all the tea leaf reading that I can do right now with this with these Seahawks roster moves. There was some indication from Carroll that they did some shuffling around this week, but I don't think he gave any indicators as to what that shuffling around could be. You might see Gabe Jackson and Damian Lewis swap sides on the offensive line. You might see Jamal Adams playing more linebacker. I don't know what it could be. Maybe DJ Dallas finally gets some burn at running back. I don't know about any of that, but that's what we do know. So once again, to run it all down, Kyler Murray probably out. I think you could call him doubtful at this point and have it be pretty accurate. Unlikely to play. Budda Baker, likely to play. You will almost certainly see him out there for at least one snap. And on the Seahawks side, Gavin Heslop elevated, which is a bad indicator for Jamal and DJ being able to go. And that's all I got for the last minute game notes. Let me know what you guys think down below. And we will see each other after the game tonight. So keep an eye out for a post-game video. Keep an eye out for a post-game stream. And hopefully we'll have a win to celebrate. See you guys later. Go Hawks.